Boogie2988. Boogie2988 and the lolcow podcast, okay? This is just awesome. This is the best thing that's come out of the lolcow so far, okay? Boogie2988 house vandalized by local shaman known as Flaming Star, who is upset because Boogie didn't give him the Magic the Gathering cards. So as you can see, he wrote pedophile on his house garage door, and he like spray painted his car, his not his car, his roommate's car, and he wrote thief on his garage door. Yo, Skelly Raid, thank you so much, Skelly. I didn't even know you were live, bro. Hell yeah, man. Thank you guys so much. Y'all are goats for real, for real. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. And then here we have this the shaman Flaming Star making some unhinged fucking posts. Okay, here we have the city of Flavette chose war. It's very unwise. Protecting Glenn Whiteman and Steven Johnson's, aka Boogie2988. The Tomahawks are now. Let's see what happens since everybody wants to play games. Thank you again, Skelly. Holy shit. Steven Williams, you're so fucking unbelievable. And I guess he's doing like karate. All right. Take your shirt off. Dude, fuck you. I'm not Turkey Tom, okay? I have self-respect, okay?
Ladies and gentlemen.
And then here we have the guy actually got interviewed by Keemstar, so we're gonna watch that. This fucking Flaming Star guy who vandalized Boogie2988's house. Keemstar interviewed him. So all right, that's a ban, Echo. You're done. You're done. No.
You may have seen Boogie2988's house got vandalized, and there's been a big drama going on between his shaman, Flaming Star.
This is how this guy looks, by the way. He looks way too normal to be some insane shaman fucking vandalizing people's houses and shit, okay? Flatly, don't be retarded.
We got Flaming Star on the line. First thing I want to know, who is Flaming Star? Where did you come from?
Yeah, well, they actually called me Chemo then. That was my cartel name. So
you were in the cartel?
15 years old.
Self-respect. Okay, motherfucker. This autism test was really funny, okay? And I don't want to hear you, Echo of Tragedy, talking, okay? Look, take a look in the mirror, okay? We've all seen your DMs with these freshly 18-year-old girls, okay? We all know what you're up to. Don't act like you're better than me, all right, buddy?
And I met John Perez and Franklin. Okay, and they were in my detention class. I got kicked out of St. Thomas Aquinas High School, a college preparatory Catholic private school, for taking a gun and putting it to Trevor.
Jesus, this is crazy. Is this allowed on YouTube? I'm pretty sure YouTube is pretty strict about guns, yeah? Flately.
Bryant's head. Because there was a big beef in my neighborhood. There's politics in poor people, man. Politics that people cannot understand. But the rappers talk about it, and they know exactly what I'm talking about when I say it right now.
Have you ever been arrested?
Yeah, I think I told you what, 22 felonies, something like that.
22 felonies is insane.
The first time I saw real violence, what was Dwayne's last name?
The Rock Johnson, Fast and Furious with Flaming Star.
That's funny. What are these edits, bro? Connor cooked up with these ones. 8 is too young for me and not for you. Okay, I said 18, first of all, okay? And also, I'm not the one who was in Emmy's DMs, okay, buddy? Yeah, you're getting exposed this stream. Okay, it's over for you.
That's funny. No,
you're getting exposed.
I actually cleaned up my life, and then I got famous. I can't remember the guy's name because he was from
I cleaned up my life. All right.
Hood across from us, but another guy had blown his brains out, and his brains landed in my lap in the back seat. And that's when
this guy is so ridiculous, bro. What are these fucking images? What is happening?
First time after that is when, like, I knew she needed to change. I'm wearing my friend's brains.
Didn't you get into like a fight with the actual cops, like a fist fight?
Oh yeah, so I did the dumbest thing ever. So I'm on like day 3 or 4 of a bencher of smoking. and like somebody walked off with the mirror or something. I get pissed off, jump in the car, I leave. I think I had 6 pieces of crack on me when I left. And a Broward sheriff's officer gets me, and I said, this, I'm in a Ford Thunderbird Super. We go on a chase till I run out of gas. I'm all through these neighborhoods, backyards, you name it. Finally run out of gas, jump out of the car. I jump a 12-foot security fence. They can't make a fence. I'm gone. And I finally am winded.
By the way, this is the guy that Boogie hired to help him lose weight, and then eventually was gonna pay him $100,000 for magic cards for some reason, right? Like this guy who ran away from the police at one point on a 3-day crack bender is the guy Boogie trusted to fucking to help him with his weight loss. It's just fucking amazing stuff.
First was the canine comes. I axe kicked the canine and said, man, I really don't want to hurt your dog, but I will defend myself. Dog comes back again. He grabs my left upper thigh, but the canine's there. Now, this is the metal capped canine. Have you seen one of those?
Yeah.
His right incisor
Jesus.
gets caught on the top of my left hip bone. Could you imagine the pain what that's like?
Yeah, that's gonna hurt.
I picked the dog straight up in the air with my left arm, used him as a body because the officer to my right draws. And I'm like, uh-oh, this is gonna be it. I use the dog as a shield, roll down, come back up. The other officer completely misses me and I kick the dog away. I'm back running. They thought I ran around the house, but I did the old ghetto trick. I ran around the house twice.
Interesting.
Instead of like going left into the next fence, he just ran around the house again. And I ran back the way I came, and it was gone. And I said, F him. I just can't run no more, man.
So they got you.
Down. I just laid down. Yeah, just laid down.
How long did you spend in prison for that?
So I went to Okeechobee Correctional, DC number 966222, man. Okeechobee Correctional in Florida. I went 3-year minimum mandatory sentence.
You did your time, right? You get out.
Yep.
What happens next?
15 years of NA. And I had a couple of heroes in my life. Adam Anderson and Charles Panoyan, Tim Yates, David Ruffin. Adam Anderson.
Jesus,
Anderson and Charles.
Anderson, sexual assault. Charles Panoyan, first-degree murder.
Charles Panoyan, Tim Yates, David Ruffin.
This is insane. What the fuck? Did Boogie just like never talk to this guy? He was like, oh yeah, hey, I'll help you lose weight, and then never spoke to this guy ever again? What the fuck is happening?
Had to talk with me, and he's like, look, dude, you're such a cool dude, like you straightened your life out now, always known you were solid, like blah blah blah. And these guys didn't know I had a shady past.
Does this guy sound like he has his life straightened out? No, he doesn't, especially since he's writing thief and pedophile on Boogie's garage door.
And they just took me in. They were surfer kids on Fort Lauderdale Beach, and that's when I picked up the surfboard, man. I start surfing. I'm hanging out with these guys.
Okay, so you started your surfing career.
No, not a career. We just surfing. But what they do is they wind up getting one of these Xboxes. Halo 2 comes out, and now you have VoIP. That's unheard of, because now I can talk to somebody in China.
Yep.
As long as they got Xbox, right? Instantly, I put the headset down, and I go, this is $1 million. They said, what are you talking about? I go, look at what I can do by talking. And they're like, oh my God, that's right.
What are you talking about?
You know everything about like tactics and martial arts and all this shit. Oh my God, you would totally know how to play this game. And that's when...
Dude, he knows about martial arts and tactics, so it made him really good at Halo. Dude, big fucking brain, bro. Big brain. I'm gonna have to go full slug on this. Whoa.
Halo 2.
Whoa.
So they put this controller in my hand, and I become a natural 50 Halo ring. They're like, what the...
Immediate Halo Pro player. It was a fucking right off the bat.
Like, what? And I'm like, oh, this is so easy. I'm like, but that's when I met that TSX clan. Even though I'm running 7 mercs and 60 ninjas now, we had 400 people there, and then Game Battles came out. Do you remember Game Battles?
Yes.
All right, Game Battles comes out. Now we're about to get real, because what can we do now?
You can play for money.
A lot of people don't know that.
So you started playing a bunch of video games. You started owning nerds left and right, making money. How did that transpire into you turning into an esports god? Did you ever play for MLG or any of that?
Well, I got 400 members in 7 mercs and 60 ninjas.
What does this mean?
This TSX clan of Chinese dudes that I play with, that we do all the game battles with, and we're making money. Well, those Chinese dudes tell me about a PC game called StarCraft.
Why is Keemstar just letting this guy go on about this? This is so obviously fake. This is like Slug telling you about his girlfriend. Okay, none of this is real.
That's a whole nother level. And I'm like, so it can't be that hard. What? It's some buttons. Big deal.
I mean, this guy at first he was like, okay, yeah, I was on crack for 3 days and I ran away from police and I'm like charged as a felon. But I'm also like an esports pro and I'm literally like super. I was immediately really good at Halo and like I'm really good at martial arts and like Come on.
So they play this hub thing, and they're like, hey, this is a white guy. Like, he can play this game. And I meet Maru was his name. He was 14 when I met him, and we wound up having some chats. And I got turned on to.
No, I'm just kidding. Okay.
Wait, you met this guy at 14. You start having some chats, and you're turned on.
No, he's 14. And I'm not turned on. Listen to you. It's Maru.
That's what he's.
Listen to you. It's Maru. Do you know what I'm talking about? Maru, the StarCraft god.
Yeah.
He's 14. I'm already dealing with game battles. I meet him online through one of those hub things. I was trying to remember what it was. Those game hub things.
And did he start?
He tells me about how esports brands are put together, and then shows me this whole world on the internet where they film this. And I'm like, wait a minute, they like paid millions of dollars, like how to do this? Daniel Wansauer and Donna Wansauer says you should take your landscape business and what you do as a chef and make it into a brand. And
what? So supposedly this guy is on crack, but he's also a landscaper and a chef. Amazing.
So wait, you at this time were mowing lawns.
Running a landscape business and a catering business.
And you turned the mowing lawn catering business into an esports brand.
Yes, sir.
That seems so silly.
You gotta have something to do at night, right?
Wait, what was the name of the brand?
King of Blades.
King of Blades.
Bro, no fucking way.
Blades. All right. So King of Blades, you obviously named that because you're mowing lawns, right? And now you've turned it into an esports brand. You should have opened up a barbershop.
That's actually not that bad of a name though. It's kind of hype.
Too. It would all work.
No. Life's a little bit different, where I'm from, man. It was everybody's real laid back. It's pretty calm. I had never heard kids scream at each other. I didn't know there was this whole nerd.
Oh, okay, dude. Connor is awesome. What the fuck?
Thing until I got into esports. They would say some of the most raddest to one another.
Did it give you flashbacks of when you were a kid working for the cartel?
Kind of like that, man. The violence that they would say. And then they would hang up on each other, and then they'd not show up for these scrims, or like, and we're talking $100,000 is on the line here, or like, some of these prize pools in League of Legends was starting to get a little stupid. So did Descent of the Ancients. There's a couple games out there. There was real money to be had.
So wait,
right?
What was your brand exactly? Was it an esport org, or was it?
So I wound up coaching 2 League of Legends teams that went full pro. I don't talk about those teams. There was some money that was paid to me in cash that I just took, man. And I said, cool, I'll take that. Yeah. And then I coached.
Sounds like tax fraud to me, buddy.
Master chess player. And then I started coaching kids.
Did you just say he's a master chess player?
And then I coached a master chess player. And then I started coaching kids in those cards games because even though I'd never played Magic before, I'm really good at math.
Why is Keemstar just letting this dude yap?
And I started to show them how to look at the value.
Ask him about Boogie2988. Come on.
The cards in their decks. And after like a year of that's how it came to be, where it was Glenn Whitman, the guy who actually bought my video game brand when I quit, the guy that stole the cards from me. He said, hey, you know what? You should try Magic. Since you coach the guys anyways, it'll give you something to take your mind off of everything. Because I sold the brand in 2016.
So you don't even play Magic. You're just coaching them. Wow, dude. That's big. I don't even know how to play, but I'm a coach. It's like, I've never played basketball before, but I'm a basketball coach. Like, come on, bro. Like, fucking say something, Keemstar.
When 5 kids stole a prize pool from me at the esports arena. The problem is they're like, oh, he was abusive. I was like, we're on Skype.
Owner of our team is threatening criminal charges. Here's our side. My name is Cherry Breezy, a.k.a. Dark Shima, semi-professional heroes Storm of the Player, formerly of King of Blades owner by Ryan DeLeo. This is a very difficult thing to write, as I am really proud of where our team is going, but I'm out of options, and he says he's calling the police on me today. I want my side of the story. Bro, what the
Ventrilo to Skype, and then Discord came out, right?
Yeah.
Why is there so much lore with this guy? Is there a Kiwi Farms thread?
On Skype, and I'm like, abusive how? There's a red button. You're telling me I abused you into being a esports professional? You gotta be kidding
so
me,
what
right?
what happens from 2016 till present day? Because you're done with esports.
I'm depressed. Man.
Depressed.
What do I want? I need some guidance. I sell my brand. This is the first time I met Glenn Whitman. I sell my brand to him, and I say, I'm just going to go take off for a while. And everybody's like, what? And I go, I'm gone, man. I disappear. See you. And I did. And I went on like this soul searching thing, man. I went on a fish tour, and I met some dudes, had a good mushroom trip, and I said, I
hate the fucking vaping on stream. I would kill myself if I had to like vapor smoke on stream.
You go from being what I was, nobody, and you make the main stage after drug addiction. You make the main stage after that again. Make something out of myself. I mean, I had a couple of businesses. I got a beautiful wife, right? What do I have to care about? But it just weighs on me that one little stupid article on the internet ruined my life.
What was the article?
You could type it in, Ryan Arthur DeLillo, the King of Blades. It'll literally pop up. It was an article by Go Sue Gamers or something like that.
What did they say?
And it was an article by Red Bull too. So it says King of Blades owners pressing charges against his former team. And then there's an explanation of my story and their story. And they just said that I was abusive. Well, everybody's like, oh, it's child abuse, child abuse. And I'm like, child abuse? It's Skype. What are you really going to do to somebody on Skype? They're just going to hit the red.
DeLillo was verbally abusive and demeaning despite not being the team's coach. Okay. So this guy's lying so much. Come on now. DeLillo failed to pay any salaries or reimburse players for travel expenses. Jesus. Okay, so I wouldn't call him abusive. Come on. Okay. This guy's not abusive, okay? Saying he's abusive because he's mean is really soy and retarded. But, like, if he's not paying, that's really shitty, and he should be called out for that.
But
what were you saying to those kids?
It's very convenient he's leaving that out. He's like, oh, I was just mean to him, and that's why they're calling me abusive.
Consider abuse. Like, what's the worst thing you said to those kids?
Probably throwing the off. Probably was the worst thing I probably ever said.
Are you sure that was the worst thing? Like, did you threaten violence with them?
No way.
Come on, man. It's a Skype call. And listen. So
Keemstar knows.
First off, one kid's in like Canada, other kids in like New York, other kids in like Kentucky.
No, I get all that. But
come on, right?
No, I get all that. But if they're saying that there was abuse, it had to have been something more than off.
No, what it was is one of them didn't pay the rent, and that's why they had took the money because they wanted to cover his bills. And I said, after everything was in the wash, after I'd already talked to the FBI about the kid stealing the money, I was like, why didn't you just tell me you needed to pay your rent? I would have paid your rent. Instead, we got to have this drag out thing in the news, and we're going to go ruin my brand. And you guys' career's finished. You know nobody's ever going to hire you ever again after what you did in the media, right? How can I survive as long as I did? Go look at my tax records. Look at the last time I filed taxes. You'd be surprised. Because what's there to file?
Well, you don't file taxes, right? Aren't you native?
Yes, sir. So I go on that soul searching mission.
Can we talk a little bit about that real quick? You know, where
would you like to start at?
Where does Native American, where does that come from? And like, you know, what do you do?
Wow, dude, big brain. Where does your Native American come from? What is happening? Why am I watching this?
With the other natives.
Before I was a up when I was younger, I was an Eagle Scout, Plantation Troop 175. Okay. And they have a program in there called Order of the Arrow. And I wound up going out to the Seminole Indian Reservation in Florida in the Everglades. And I got to experience what that's like.
So what tribe are you from? What native tribe are you from?
So how we get to this point, so Holly Cromie comes to visit me. I was a local legend after what I did to myself. A couple of people had heard about what I did. I was kind of popular.
How does this answer what tribe he's a part of?
We're around here for just being a cool dude, as it was. I walk around with a mohawk most of the time. And Holly Cromie...
Dude, what is this?
Comes to me to ask me for an exorcism.
Okay.
And I go, exorcism, what's going on here? I said, let me talk to your mom, let me talk to your grandma. I don't want to reveal a lot of her information. The two demons that were in her wound up coming into me, and 3 days after
the demons came inside him, dude. The demons, they came inside. That's crazy.
Event, I go from perfect health to cancer from my neck to my balls.
Damn.
3 days.
You got the cancer demon.
How do you explain that?
It's a cancer
3 days
demon.
later, after I perform an exorcism, I'm throwing up coffee grinds in my toilet.
Yeah, what is Keemstar even yapping about, dude? Just ask this guy about Boogie. Why are we talking about this, like, fucking schizo pass?
Rushed me to the hospital. They say you got 30 minutes to live. My best friend's holding my hand, and I told him right before I passed out, I said, how else would I know what anybody else would be going through and have the compassion for them if I didn't experience this myself? And I was done, gone. They're calling the whistle on me. Somehow, I pull through. They give me 5 blood transfusions, 4 bags of iron, and I pull through.
Congrats.
Does that, right? It takes about 2 months of a fight with them, with me trying to tell them that I don't want to be in the hospital. They kick me out. Finally, everybody thinks I'm nuts. I get home, and I start trying to whip up RSO. And I'm like, I need to make RSO right now. Save my life. But I have a hard time talking because the tumor's closed up my throat.
Get on with it. Holy fuck.
At this point, I can't talk to anybody on the phone. I have to text everything.
Okay, I'm going to slow back down once we get to the Boogie part.
My friend Steve Surreal comes through, man. And he gives me... Actually, no, it was Marcus Aurelia came through first. He came through and he gave me 32 grams in single syringes of RSO.
What's RSO?
Rick Simpson oil. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
So they take weed and they cook it down into like a paste and they call it Rick Simpson oil. It's black.
Oh my god, bro. This guy took fucking concentrated weed and his cancer was cured. Oh, wow, dude. And by the way, I already said this before, but this is the dude that Boogie trusted to help him lose weight. I mean, wow, dude. That's amazing.
stickiest thing I've ever seen. A pea-sized amount gets you so stoned you probably won't wake up.
So basically, you're about to die, and they give you wax, like weed wax.
Yeah, in 60 days. Not only did I talk again, but they're wondering if I'd already beat the cancer. And I said, no, I said, I got to take the mushrooms next. And they said,
gotta take the mushrooms next. So I'm just gonna be like, dude, not this guy. Okay, this guy is the true what is it? Fucking shaman. Okay, King Shaman.
I'm a Cherokee medicine man. They said, what? I said, you only have my legal name because I'm here. My name's Flaming Star, and I'm a federally licensed medicine man. And that changed the whole subject because Dr. Eric Schaefer gives me a scan, and we go from an innumerable amount of tumors to completely clear in 90 days after the mushrooms.
God.
And what the mushrooms were, I'm the only human to do that, number one. I beat stage 4 esophageal cancer, stage 4 psoas cancer, and I beat metastatic disease in 90 days. I hadn't been fully indoctrinated into the spirit of truth native at church yet. What happened was, I had to get so sick, I had to get their care immediately, and they adopted.
This is so silly. Why are we even talking about? It's all just obvious lies. I don't even like. Why is Keemstar entertaining this? Just get on with Boogie. That's what we
Kids adopted you.
Yes. Okay. Because my given family couldn't take the fact when I said I need to get out of the hospital.
Yeah.
I didn't want any of the chemo or the fentanyl or the Dilaudid or the methadone they had me on. They had me on all that shit while I had passed out. My friend Rich Pryor had signed for all that.
Right.
I told them I don't want any of it.
You get better. You become a medicine man.
I become a federally licensed medicine man, yes.
Okay. What happens next?
Chris Fino walks into my life and he asked me for an exorcism. And I said, man, that didn't go well for me so far last time. He goes, man, you're doing great. Look at you, man. You're fine. I'm like, whatever. He talks me into it. I do it again. Bam. I'm in the hospital again. This time I have psoas cancer.
You have
stage
what?
4. Stage 4 psoas cancer now. After being fully cleared.
Cancer?
Psoas. P-S-O-A-S.
Okay. You pulled the demon out and he went right up your butt.
He showed me what time it was. Unfortunately, and that time is when
the demons came inside him.
Boogie2988 contacts me. And I get the call from Boogie and I said, well, I'm still alive. You better get it done now before I die. And they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, I got stage 4 cancer again and I have C. diff.
So wait, Boogie calls you the first time you meet him, looking for a medicine man, right?
Well, I look like such video. You should see what I look like normally.
So this is the first time. Now the internet gets, we're brought up to current day. The internet gets to see Flaming Star for the first time. He's in the Mike Klum documentary. He's giving Boogie healing. He's giving him mushrooms. You are the Flaming Star shaman.
Shaman is actually an ethically cleansed word. Traveling medicine man.
Traveling medicine man.
Traveling medicine. Wow.
I'm sorry.
But don't you have beef with Mike Klum and that whole documentary? What's the issue there?
Yeah, because like in a time like that, somebody can be very vulnerable. And why there's no other footage like that out there is because look what these guys did. They took something that's a sacred ceremony where we're there to help somebody and they make a joke out of it. Like just the way I talk.
It is a joke, bro. You're just a fucking coked up retard, okay? Come on. Now.
Because I didn't look right. I'd like to see you, not you, Keemstar, talking to the audience. I'd like to see you get up while you're terminally ill and you're dying from C. diff, drive an hour in your truck.
It's almost like you weren't terminally ill, buddy. I'll just say that.
The ceremonial grounds where Indians used to be in the middle of nowhere. And then take that man on a 6-7 hour trip, guide him the whole time, then pack everything up and drive home and not ask for $1. That cameraman stole $622 from me. I don't know how I did that. And he applied for a
How do you know it was him then if you don't know how he did it? What?
home loan through Navy Federal Credit in my name.
Okay, this was in the first interview that the audio messed up. Okay, so that's how I have previous knowledge of this. But you told me that Michael Klum, the guy that did the documentary on Boogie, his cameraman hacked into your bank account and robbed you blind.
Yeah, we still haven't figured that out yet.
That seems like so hard to believe that something like that would happen.
I'm baffled by it because so he came and he stayed with me 9 days.
Are you sure?
Okay. He had a I gave him an MDA trip and I gave him a mushroom trip. Mm-hmm. And either he got in my wallet at some time, but there was this one time where I wound up getting carted to the hospital. I had a back spasm that we wound up having to call the ambulance. They thought I was going to die. And Mike actually, he filmed it. Michael Silvius is his name? Michael Silvius.
Okay.
I have the documents. Like you said, I wish I had that dang camera. You could have videoed that. I could have showed you these documents.
So you had a back spasm. You went to the hospital, and during this time,
I think that's probably when he probably could have. That's the only time he could have ever been exposed to my private information because he was toting all my shit.
Can I put out a theory? Okay.
Go ahead.
You did an exorcism, right? And when you did that, the demons went inside of you, gave you stage 4 cancer. Then you did another exorcism. The demons came right back. You said that you had a back spasm. Is it possible that with all the stuff you've been doing,
I would be willing to bet he's on cocaine or some other drug right now.
You know, the medicine man stuff.
At the very least, he's high, like on fucking weed or something.
Demon was in fact leaving your body with that back spasm, went into Michael Klum's cameraman. Now the demon's in the cameraman, and now
he's laughing, but this isn't super far-fetched with what he's saying, bro.
He's hacking you and trying to take money out of your bank accounts because you defeated him and did an exorcism on yourself.
There might be credit to your story because I wasn't there, but Boogie would tell you the answer to that. Oh, they said that Mike freaked out in the house and started eating Boogie.
Eating Boogie?
Yeah, like teeth on him, biting him,
Mike
trying to eat him.
The cameraman or Mike Klum?
Yeah, no, the cameraman, Michael, eating Boogie, tried to eat him.
Okay.
Boogie will tell you that. Boogie will tell you that.
This is getting insane.
No, wait. And
Dude, true. Keffels and this guy need to team up. They'd be an unstoppable
he
duo.
like took his clothes off and ran around the house and broke something too.
Do you find
the cameraman?
Let me ask you a question. Do you take any responsibility for giving Mike the cameraman drugs or medicine, whatever label you want to put it on?
Wasn't there?
And then he starts acting crazy. Do you take any responsibility for that?
No. So he was diagnosed with BPD before I met him.
What the fuck's that?
Borderline personality disorder.
Oh, okay. The reason why I'm on the phone with Flaming Star and the reason why I'm even conducting this interview right now is so our audience can better understand why Boogie's house got vandalized with pedo written on his garage door, thief, spray paint on the car, windows being broken. Let's go right into this magic card deal that you did with Boogie. What happened?
Okay, so it's January 1st, New Year's Day, right? I go over to his house. We're set up for a 14-day ceremony because Boogie's got so much weight now. He's got the walker. He can't walk. Imagine that, right? He's immobilized because he's a fat bastard. And
I thought Boogie was back being able to walk. What happened?
he calls me up and he says, all right, so I heard that you invented some stuff that will change the body. And I go, man found standing did that. Yes. How can I help you? And he decides that we're going to do a 14-day stint and he's going to listen to what I have to say. And then, of course, that video pops up you saw where he says...
Boogie is so fucking retarded, bro. Oh, my God. We can't escape BPD. I know. At least it's a guy with BPD this time. I feel like the girls with BPD are like significantly worse.
With bad food. I get to his house and on this first day...
I think it's the BPD plus period combo that really gets him going.
He says, I hear that you're a financial guru. And I go, I know how money works. What do you need? I go, well, you need to have a little money to make some money. Like, give me a number to work with. And then he does. And I show him how to invest using CDs, some treasury I-bills. I teach him a little bit about mutual funds, and then I showed him about Webull. And I show him Tesla stocks, I show him QQQ, I show him some other things, right? And he's like, holy shit, I'm in. And I go, well, you got to have some money. And he goes, well, can you help me get there? And I'm like, help you how? And he goes, look right behind you. And behind me, these 3 giant trunks of magic cards. And I'm like, okay, what do you want to do? And he says, well, can I sell them? Will you buy them for $100,000 so that I can do this maneuverability with this investment plan?
Oh my God, why is Boogie so fucking stupid? Boogie has already lost a significant amount of money on the stock market because he got lucky and then it all crashed and he didn't take anything out at any point because he's fucking stupid. By the way, when he made all that money, he decided to brag about it, which is why now he gets dogged on all the fucking time. And now, after that experience, he's going to ask this cracked out shaman medicine man guy to fucking help him with his, invest smart? What? Dude, this guy's a total fucking lost cause, man. Boogie's just a big... he is a big child. He's so fucking... Who's more delusional, the shaman guy or Boogie? Honestly, I think that's a debatable topic. It's that fucking bad. It's that over for Boogie.
I can get out of Hawk and save my house. And I said, the only way we're going to do that is I would have to get Glenn Whitman. I said, he owns the 5 gear gaming stores that the cards are at.
And that guy knows the value of this stuff. So he was,
Yeah, he's been a dealer for like 16 years.
He was brought in to do the appraisal on the cards to see what they're worth and whatnot. Okay.
Yeah, and he's a mutual friend because he bought my video game brand when I sold out.
Right.
So I trust this guy obviously with $100,000 worth of shit. Come on, you just don't do that with a stranger. And then we wound up getting horrible weather. And then it was a holiday because I wanted to go by the bank first and get everything verified. We had to wait till after Martin Luther King Day, and it was another snow day. It was horrible out. And I go, this is actually the perfect time because there won't be anybody out. Nobody's going to know I got those cards in the back of the truck. It's a $100,000 investment here. I'm going to treat it right. I got to have respect for it. I don't want to ruin the cards. Me and another friend, we load everything up real carefully, tie it all down in my truck. I go to RFS Bank. I go to my relationship banker, Ivan. I said, hey, man, look at all these cards. Check it out. He goes, holy shit, dude. He goes, man, this is worth a lot of money. I go, well, I'm supposed to pay, $100 for it. So I pack everything up. I go to the Rogers Police Department. I show them all the stuff. A lieutenant for the police comes out. I'm like, this would be great. I'll get these guys and we'll get the SWAT team out. We'll make like a little video, okay? And we'll be like transporting the cards. It'll be great. Because they said, well, what do you want for the donation? I said, give me 30 seconds of us moving the trunks around. This would be a great video for him, right? Because we need a comeback, right? I'm with you too, by the way, Keemstar. He needs a comeback, but this here, he's going to pay for it. Show the cops the stuff. They're like, cool. They take us.
What? Small inventory. What does that even mean? This shit here, he's going to pay for it? Okay.
The goods. Pack everything back up. I want to meet Glenn at a good spot because before I hand it off, I need a letter of exchange, transfer of ownership, number one.
Yeah, where did Boogie... apparently, Boogie reached out to this guy now. Granted, this guy is a very unreliable narrator. But, like, where would you even find someone like this, dude? This is like... You know when you stop at a stoplight and like you have to wait there for a couple seconds, like the homeless people like sometimes like come up to your window and like start like talking to you. This is one of those people, okay? Like I wouldn't be surprised if Boogie was just like at a stoplight one day, a random homeless dude came up to him and was like, "Hey, I can help you lose weight and fucking make financial." So Boogie would be like, "Okay, yeah, that sounds good." Like, dude. You've got to be joking.
I want a letter for transfer of ownership, and I want to inventory what's in there. So I'm like, let's go to Mojitos because my friend Dion Moten owns it. We'll go to Mojitos. We can spend 5-6 hours there, go over all this shit. We'll take care of it. But I said, let's do a little video on TikTok first. I'm inside, and a couple comes in, and they want to buy some booze. I tell the lady at the cashier, I said, hey, let me buy your stuff. I'll buy their stuff, whatever it is. So I walk and I hide on the other side over there. And I go up there.
He's got Riz.
They go up their stuff, and then I go up there and I go here and I run up and I go pay for it. And then I write on their receipt. I said, here's a little note for you. I write, hey, you should maybe think about quitting drinking. And then I go out to my truck, get in my truck.
No way this dude is telling people to quit drinking when he is like a omega level drug addict, literally fucking injecting weed essence into himself to fucking cure his cancer, bro. This is just next level delusion, bro.
I'm like, all right, we're going to go to Mojitos. Glenn's nowhere to be found, and the cards are not in the back of my truck. I text him, dude, you know I have you on camera, and there's going to be like 5 people in the store. They're going to say that I was distracted when you took those
cards.
Hit her
with that love potion, bro.
Out of the back of my truck. And I call the Springdale police.
Okay, what did the police say? Because you were robbed, right? It's on camera,
case
right?
number, it's grand larceny.
Okay.
Because of the value.
Yep.
So they issue case number 24-3109. Investigation's still going.
And
fake that. You can go look that up.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is,
police report.
But what I'm saying is,
dude, they would have arrested Boogie there and then if there was concrete evidence that he fucking stole. Okay, I think like if I remember correctly from Boogie's retelling, it's just that like this dude like hurt his dog in some way, so we went out and took the cards back. And then when the police came, they said it was a civil matter and they had to solve it in court because no money had been transferred yet. Right? It's very obviously not fucking he's not stealing anything, okay? Despite how much of a liar Boogie is, I'm more inclined to believe what he's saying, just based off of how many lies this guy has told in the last, like, 20 minutes.
They didn't press charges on Boogie or Glenn.
So they said it's a civil matter. They didn't put criminal charges because we all wrote contracts with each other.
Why is there shit on the contract? Are you fucking kidding me? This is not a Oh, I can't. I just can't. These people live in like a delusional land. Like Boogie thinks this is an actual this is written. A third grader wrote this, bro. A literal third grader wrote this and like shit on the paper. And you think that people are going to take this as like a serious contract? Okay, dude.
So the case is still there. The charges did not get dropped.
Big brain.
What it was, they just said it's a civil matter.
IQ.
We're all going to court.
And
I have the Royal House Attorney Group. When we wrote the contract for the cards that I signed in blood.
So why
that's
are
my
you
left and my right thumbprint on there.
Wow. Oh my god, what? This dude signed something in blood and Boogie went along with it still. Bro. I can't.
Wait,
this is so disappointing. This is so doomer.
Contract with Boogie in blood.
Yes.
An actual blood.
I'm an Indian. Yes. It's a blood sworn oath.
Do you think they did that thing in like have you guys seen that episode of Family Guy where like Brian and Stewie become blood brothers by like cutting a slit in the wrist of their palms and like shaking hands, but then it turns out Brian has like herpes and infects Stewie? Do you think Boogie did that with the shaman guy? I wouldn't be surprised. And I think Boogie, buddy, you need to get an STD check. Not only because your girlfriend is sleeping around, but because of the shaman feller and his blood. Yeah, he wiped his ass with it, exactly. The contract is fucking bound in shit.
If you're not out 100K, no. Why are you so bent out of shape?
He owes me 10 grand.
Why does he owe you 10 grand?
It was 10 grand or 10% of his perpetuity for life for me to come over there and fix him.
Is he fixed?
Well, he was, and then he decided to go ape again.
So wait,
what does he mean fixed? Boogie was never skinny. He's always been like a retard. Arguably, the most broken Boogie has been is when he's talking to you. So Boogie sure knows how to pick them. True.
You're a medicine man that heals people, and you were going to heal Boogie, but he had to give you like 10% of all his
blood is penning, dude. That's so fucking gross, bro.
Revenue forever?
No, here's what it was. Is I never asked for money. I usually don't. In Boogie's case, after I found out what they did to me, I said, you can give me 10% or 10 grand. So you either pay off the 10 grand, or you can just give me 10% of your tax return until you pay me off the 10 grand or the end of your life. He's got carcinoma, dude. If he doesn't do something about it, he will expire. So have you seen somebody when they have a manic episode?
Yeah.
I think he's having a manic episode right now.
was about to have an ego death because that morning, 5 hours prior, I tricked Desi.
His girlfriend?
Yeah. I took away the abuse from her father.
Nice.
And then I sent her back to her home.
He just stopped it. She doesn't. Could you? It just doesn't exist anymore. He went back in time and prevented the abuse. Wow, dude, what a good guy, man. That's crazy.
And what happened is on the first day, they wanted to try me as a circus act. And I said, I'll let you have fun one time. What do you want me to do? He said, it's impossible for you to know anything about her. Tell me about her. I said, okay. I cup her left ear. I lay the other way. I put my ear up to her other opposite ear. And I cup her ear. And I say, just breathe. And then within 10 seconds, I tell her where she's from and what her star chart is in 10 seconds. Not some minute, not some humming thing. I told her exactly where she's from. He about falls out of the chair and says he could have never known that, and he nailed it right on the head. Birth date, her sign, all of that. How did I do that?
Google, because her birth date's everywhere. Because people want to know Boogie's girlfriend's age.
I'm not that. I don't even know anything about the girl, and I told her right where she's from, and then I sent her back there.
What was her trauma?
I don't discuss that ever. Okay, nobody's trauma. I don't ever discuss.
But she was abused by her dad or something. Her father.
We can pick another question.
Okay. Well, that's what you said. So I'm just going off of what you said.
I took away the abuse from her father.
Nice. You're claiming that you didn't mess with the dog, but you did heal the girlfriend. If you
let's say I did.
Slug is so great for calling out liars. True. What the fuck? Dude, Slug, we need to get Slug on this case right now. He needs to be calling out the shaman feller and Boogie2988. He needs to fucking call these liars out right now. Disgusting.
Let's say I did, though.
Okay.
All right, so what then?
Well, it wouldn't be the first time that you roughed up an animal.
We're all animals, right?
Didn't you karate kick the canine?
Yeah, I did.
Well, Boogie said to us, he goes, look, I was in the process of doing this magic deal with the shaman, and I pulled out because he handled my dog in a way that I didn't like.
How does that void a $100,000 contract?
I mean, if no money's exchanged, the deal isn't even done yet, is it?
Well, technically... Now, I don't really care about the cards.
No, dude, he signed it in blood, obviously. This Boogie owes this guy $100 million. The contract is in blood. He needs to... Oh, my God.
10 grand.
It's so silly. It's so silly. I don't... Like, it sucks this podcast did, like... I'm like 95% sure that this is real, right? Just because of how fucking insane the shaman guy is. If this was fake, this shaman guy, like, his real name's out there and he's just completely nuking his, like, life. Because this is so insane. Like, I doubt it's fake just because for this to be fake, they would require the shaman guy to nuke his life forever just so that he's like, it just doesn't make sense. But, like, there was definitely fake drama in the past, and I don't blame people for thinking this is fake because this is fucking insane. This is literally like Looney Tunes type shit. Like this is an actual episode of South Park we're watching right now. Okay, this is crazy.
The ownership, there's no buyer's remorse because he gave me $400 in a donation to show up at his house because I don't leave my couch until you initiate something. Why do I need to leave my couch?
Let's finish this up. Let's get to the bells and whistles of this Flaming Star. Okay. Boogie2988's house got vandalized. Why did you vandalize this man's house?
Unfortunately, I spent...
You see, I mean, Keeps tried to cut this down a lot. It's crazy. I would love to see the unedited call because, like... This dude is like can't even keep a straight thought. I bet he cut it out just because it had nothing to do with what he was saying. But
the money that was allocated for our seed money this year for our crops, and I allocated it to the supplements that we were going to use to heal Boogie and put him back together. My tribe, we've disconnected from society. We fend for ourselves. We don't really care about money. It doesn't really do anything for us.
Just so everyone knows, I had to pay $50 to the Seed Foundation to do this interview.
Yeah, it's true. He did. Thank you very much for your donation.
He doesn't care about money, but he had to pay him $50, and he's like demanding Boogie gives him $10,000 and $100,000. Yeah, he doesn't care about money though, but he's also a financial genius who knows all about financing, and he's gonna help Boogie get back on his feet and all this other it's just
donation. I really appreciate that, man. We need it.
So what happened? You went over there. What happened?
So I left the Fayetteville Police Department after talking to them and said, "Okay, you asked for it then." Left, packed my stuff up, drove right to his house, which is right down the street from it. And I went and grabbed the water main lid thing for the meter, to read the meter. Threw it through the window where he streams out of, hoping he was in there. Called him a pussy. Said, come outside. He wasn't there. But I had backed my truck all the way up to his front door because I didn't want to have to walk so far. And then when I left, I peeled out from the front door all the way out to the street, and I left.
Okay, so you went to his house, right? You drove right on his lawn. You backed up, right?
Yeah, back to his front door.
You grabbed the water meter?
Yep.
You grabbed the water meter, chucked it through his window, said, Boogie, get your fat out here. You owe me and my tribe some seed money.
Wasn't Boogie not even at the fucking... He wasn't even at his house when this was happening.
Right?
Sure.
Yep.
He doesn't answer, and then you get in your truck and peel off?
Yep.
Who did the spray paint then?
That I wish I knew, because here's the thing, though. What you guys don't know, I was in a car accident that evening, actually, in Rogers. My truck was at BJ's.
Were you high?
Of, New Hope and 71.
Okay.
I was in a car accident, and the bumper was stuck in my tire of my truck. Truck's immovable. Rogers police show up, everything. We got the accident, guy in front of me, the guy behind me. Cops show up. We got police reports. We got accident reports, right? I have to walk home because I can't drive my truck, but I'm 2.5 blocks from my house. How did I get?
Wait, do you have a house? I thought you slept in a tent.
It's a church. It's a church.
Okay.
Well, I have a tent. I have a yurt.
Yeah, you live in a tent, right?
Yurt.
Okay.
Yurt. You know what a yurt is?
Yeah.
Very different.
It's a big tent.
It's like an hour and 20 minutes to get to.
I live in a teepee, actually.
Okay, so you're saying that you couldn't have done the spray paint because you were in a car accident?
Yeah, it's impossible because my truck was stuck at the BJ's there until the next morning when we finally got the wrecker.
Didn't the spray paint happen the same exact day that you broke his window?
No, because I didn't do that. I did the window and peeled out in his driveway and did the other. I didn't do no spray paint.
And the spray paint happened the same day as the broken window, though.
No, I think somebody. Well, Steven's not really well liked here. I don't know if you know that or not. He's not well liked here locally. I think somebody was opportunistic.
He's denying the allegations, guys. Okay, he just broke his window and like fucking screamed outside of his house. This shaman guy, he would never do anything like fucking spray paint, or he would never do anything like that. Okay, he's a nice guy. He's a good guy. I can vouch for him. Very epic very epic Keemstar pause moment here, guys, too.
But okay, listen, the thing, yes, it could be a neighbor that doesn't like him or whatever, knows about him online, has the young girlfriend, all that. I get that. But it literally says thief.
Well, there's a lot of drama on my page for the past. This is 2 months old. You know that, right?
I know, but who else in the area would think that to spray paint thief? Why?
Exactly.
Who out there thinks that he's the thief other than you?
Well, he used to pick on Daniel Wansauer, and that's my little brother. I think it's probably him.
What?
But I don't get it. You admitted to throwing the water meter through the window. You admitted to
calling him a pussy. Yep.
You admitted to like
peeling out in his yard.
Peeling out in his yard. Why won't you own the spray paint? That had to have been you. It had to have been you. It had to have.
I don't have to make it up, man. It can't be in two places at once.
But it happened the same day. So you tell the cops, you're like, look, did you tell the cops that you broke the window though?
Oh, they knew about that before. That was 10:30 in the morning.
I guess my final question is what do you think is going to happen between you and Boogie in the future? How do you see this all playing out? Because now Boogie, he's obviously said online that he's going to call the cops and do this. And obviously, because you got a call from the cops and you're planning on suing him. How do you see this all playing out in the future?
I can't predict the future. I wish I could.
I mean, the shaman has a lot of powers.
Oh, my God.
That's an ethically cleansed word. That answer I do not have.
You don't?
I have a public service announcement, though.
Go ahead.
Let's go.
Anybody, if you're ever in a situation that you think...
Dude, what is up with Connor? He photoshopped him on MLK? Dude, there's no way Keemstar is actually watching these episodes. Otherwise, Connor would be fucking fired immediately. But I'm here for it, okay? This is awesome. I love this.
There's no hope. I want you to know that there is hope. And that hope is inside of you. If you ever need my help,
hope
please reach
came
out.
Inside me.
May the positive vibrations of the universe forever be in your favor.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here from the one, the only medicine man known as Flaming Star, who was a part of the cartel, beat up 4 police officers, a K9, was a drug dealer at one point, an esports legend, a medicine man, a healer, an exorcist, and a #1 hater right now of Boogie2988. Thanks for coming on. We appreciate it. Any last thing you want to say?
Oh, man, we should hang out sometime.
It sounds like a fun time. And there you...
I mean, Keemstar hung out with fucking... with Salvo, so yeah, he might actually hang out with this guy. Okay, but I don't know, dude. This drama is so fucking insane. It's not even really drama. It's just fucking funny, dude. It's just funny. Like, how does this even come to be, dude? If my life was as fucked up as Boogie's, I would do something not safe for TOS.